Welcome back. Climate change, natural disasters, and conflicts like the Russia-Ukraine war have been identified as factors affecting food production in recent years. On this year's World Food Day, stakeholders advocate partnership between public and private sectors to boost food production and reduce food shortage in Nigeria. Akede has more.
Experts say Africa has the capacity to grow enough food to feed more than half of the world's entire population, but due to several factors, poverty and hunger characterize several African countries.
World Food Day 2023 comes during a global food crisis, with the world moving backwards on ending hunger and malnutrition. Some 780 million people around the world are going hungry. Almost 50 million children are at risk of death from severe wasting. Yet, funding for this year's global humanitarian appeal stands at just 32%.
In recent years, factors like insecurity, climate change, and poor economic conditions, among others, have continued to affect food production in Nigeria. However, stakeholders believe a collaboration between the public and private sector could be a solution to food production challenges.
You can't discount the role of collaboration. Actually, it's the basis for anything to be done. If you think of if you're looking at food security, you are looking at a productive economy as well. So you need people that will create employment. That's not the role of government. The government's role is to provide an enabling environment for private sector, for investors to be able to create jobs, to be able to go into manufacturing. Now, if you go into food, you are talking about infrastructure. And if an investor is not going to build roads, an investor cannot put rail across the country. Only a government can do that.
Besides the amount of food that is wasted in the cultivation, production, consumption chain, there also is food wastage in places like large restaurants. Experts believe some of this food can be channeled to millions rather than allowed to become waste.
Statistics say that there's 21,000 restaurants only in Lagos. Just imagine how yeah, it's like there's a waste of in each restaurant. There's a end of the day there's waste. Those waste is not spoiled items. Just on the quality of the levels they can be are still edible, right? So this is where I think there's gonna be some kind of collaboration between NGOs and between governmental levels, so people to come collect those food and to distribute it to the needed person.
As a way of commemorating this year's World Food Day, the Lagos State government organized a food fair bringing together farmers with their fresh produce and potential buyers.
The public sector has a huge role to play in closing the gap between food production, and which is a critical aspect of food security of any nation. Because number one, you have to look at seeds, for example. So government needs to make affordability of seeds, premium seeds for farmers. Then from there, you have to look at the production line, the entire value chain system, management system. So these are simple roles if government can begin to champion, so that farmers can have a well-sustained environment to start from.
In 2015, a target of zero hunger by 2030 was set, but 8 years later, the number of people suffering from hunger has increased significantly around the world. The United Nations believes this crisis demands government actions and effective international solidarity is essential. Akede, reporting for News Central.